One individual brought Iraq, an ancient civilization, to its knees. One individual brought Libya to a sorry state. We have individuals who have amassed wealth and think they can, in the Eagle Square, disgrace citizen number 1, citizen number 2, citizen number 3, because they have millions of dollars to spend on state governors. And they will come out, hold INEC, control the security, control the judiciary. That is why they are telling you go to court.
We have, see, in fact, we have some other things doing. We can't be coming to INEC every day. If it's not completed, in fact, tomorrow you don't see me.
Sorry. Imagine how bad it must have been for the police officer to accept and tell him to his face that there was no election in that place. The man he was talking to is the returning officer in the current VC of Unizik, and he is also a member of Deeper Life Church.
They are exactly the same results. Bauchi APC has 146,977. Gombe, 2 different states. APC have also 146,977. PDP in Bauchi has 319,123. PDP in Gombe has 319,123. Labour Party has 26,000 in Bauchi. They have 26,160. In Gombe, they also have 26,160. It is very clear that these results were allocated, deliberately allocated.
Trying to decipher how this election went this bad is unimaginable. The reason people came out en masse to vote in this election was because of their confidence that their votes will count. Also, the motivation was because of more candidates, unlike what we used to have in the past, 2 front runners. But this time around, we had 3 and 4 front runners. So all the campaigns, all the massive movement, mobilization, people came out en masse, but unfortunately, there was serious disenfranchisement. Many people didn't vote. When INEC officials came, it was very late, and they still insisted on leaving in the evening.
Imagine, no INEC officials yet. This is Obaru, Anambra North, Ward 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. See crowd, people are still roaming around the streets. What is happening? INEC officials, please, can you just send your officials? Let's have this vote. Let's cast our vote. It is our right.
So it was a very, in fact, the election was a sham, trying to decipher how it went wrong. Why didn't the INEC servers work as it was supposed to? Because that was what gave people the confidence that the election would be free and fair. After voting at the polling unit and the results are counted, they are supposed to upload the results to the INEC servers. But that didn't take place because the servers weren't connecting. Some said they didn't have the password, that it was requesting password. A lot of excuses, but the servers didn't work. For the fact that the server didn't work, they had to resort to manually uploading the results, which gave room for manipulations and rigging. What do these guys take Nigerians for? That we are not smart enough to detect what they are doing? Look at this blatant rigging in Rivers State. You can see in this result sheet that it was pasted over. You can see the white paper is covering the watermark where it is now written 10. And here too, they pasted a paper on top and they wrote 10. And up there where the APC was supposed to get their original numbers, maybe whatever it was, they now had to adjust it and, correct it, make it 166. You can see all this. Normally, INEC is not supposed to accept results where there are so many errors, it's supposed to be clear, This form of manipulation and rigging, outright changing of results is widespread. They've forgotten the first rule of rigging, like they used to do in the PDP years, where they manufacture results in government houses or hotel rooms. You can't rig this way in a place where a candidate is not popular. Whatever they are doing in Rivers State, the results they are manufacturing can only serve the purpose of one thing: to force the APC into power and force the opposition or people who are supposed to win the election to go to court, which they will in turn start using state resources to fight the person in court.
I'm giving you money. So come down and declare our result.
I recorded when
You told us we respected you.
not declaring the
You
result.
gave us
Which
this
is
one.
to say that
We
it's this place you
collected
want.
it.
Now I'm
You said
you don't want it again. Now we're going back there again.
You record
All
for
the EU observers, they are
Give
here.
us
Let
the
them
rest.
help us see it. What is
You
happening
must
here?
collect it from your hand. If not,
And
kill
this thing,
everybody here. Then, only.
The worst part is in Rivers, they are doing the rigging in connivance with the police. Look at all the videos on social media where people film them, police and thugs carrying ballot boxes, harassing people, The intimidation was so much that even INEC officials who didn't work with them were complaining. The videos are bound on social media. So this election is way below standard. It's even below the one that brought Buhari to power in 2015. Yes, it's that low, and it's not surprising that Buhari hasn't released any statement, except the statement that Lai Mohammed released in response to Obasanjo's address. Quick decision-making is the hallmark of a great leader, and Buhari hasn't shown that even right from the time he entered office. It took him several months to appoint ministers, so he's not known to take quick decisions. But this time around, he should muster the confidence to address Nigerians, because Nigerians trusted his government and INEC that they would deliver in this election. But unfortunately, the election has been marred by violence, threat to life, intimidation. This will just discourage young people from turning up for elections tomorrow.
If you don't be vote APC for a year, go your house. Nobody force you come here. Go house, so if I see you vote another, I will call Luca. If I see you vote another part, go ahead our house.
As you repeat am again, any Igbo wey dem born very well, wey dem born here, me I dey here, wey dem born here, make e come for.
Till now, nothing has been done about the man threatening people not to vote any other party except APC in Lagos. And there was a policeman in front of him. He couldn't arrest him. He couldn't reprimand him. He even gave him a pat on the back. So it's like the whole state apparatus has been deployed against the people in Nigeria. The government, the INEC, the police service. Not saying that all the policemen are the same. After all, the one here in this video was telling the RO that the election was stolen. So when you look at the results coming out, it's very shocking. This wasn't what people voted for. Now, look at this one in Akwa Ibom. As you can see here, it is 135 votes for LP. Look at the local government, it's Obot Akara. Now, look at the final result. Yes, LP was given 0. This is the entire local government. The 135 votes that LP got here, even if that's the only vote they got in the local government, that they got it in this polling unit, it didn't reflect on the overall votes in the entire local government. Is that not magic? This is blatant rigging. This election should not stand. All patriots in Nigeria should speak up like Obasanjo is speaking. No one should be condemned for speaking up, because this is not how to build confidence in a democracy. When you tell people that their votes will count, and at the end of the day, the results, who they voted for, cannot be counted. They have copies, they have photographs of how they voted in the polling unit. But INEC are announcing different results. In many places in the south, Delta, Rivers, it was more rampant in Rivers. All the results, in fact, all the polling units results we've seen, there's nowhere we have seen APC having up to 100 votes. How come APC is leading in some local government areas in Rivers State? So the plan here is to suppress the votes of the opposition. They can even give the votes to another party. It doesn't necessarily need to be APC, like they did here in southern Kaduna. You can see here the original result. This is Kakuri, Gware, Kaduna South local government area. You can see the result they uploaded. This is from Kano State. And you can see Labour Party now scored 0. So all the manipulations they are doing. And does it mean the elections are still ongoing? Why are the collation taking so much time 3 days after the election? Many places where they rescheduled the elections that were supposed to hold, people came out, they didn't see INEC officials as usual. So their plan of rigging this election was to suppress votes, disenfranchise people en masse. This is the first time in southern Nigeria that you see thousands in polling units that came out to vote. INEC officials didn't come there. The people that came very late with few machines. Some of them came with just 2 machines to serve thousands. And they insisted on leaving in the evening upon the fact that INEC said that they should be allowed to vote. Everyone that was already at the polling unit at 2:30 in the afternoon must be allowed to vote, even if it's till midnight or tomorrow. That didn't happen in many places. Of course, we recorded places where they were counting even till morning. Nigerians stood under the rain to cast their vote, but at the end of the day, the votes didn't count. Either they suppressed the votes and gave the numbers to someone else. It is unimaginable that APC will want to do this in Nigeria of 2023. They have taken us back to the days of PDP when results were written. People are in polling units voting, but they are busy in hotel rooms and government houses writing the results. This is exactly what is happening now. That's why even to make further videos on updates, all of us in the office, we are just too discouraged. No one wants to work anymore, you know. So just like other observers have released statements like the EU, Obasanjo have released his own statement. Many organizations have condemned what they are now calling election, that is a sham. If anyone thinks that he's popular, let him stand and test his popularity, his true popularity in a free and fair election. There are many instances of this, like in this video. You see people, the crowd chanting, counting the votes with the electoral officers. The joy on people's faces that finally our votes will count. This was widespread in many polling units across the South. But at the end of the day, they have manufactured entirely different results. Let's take a listen of this lady in this video to see how the suppression of votes in Lagos happened.
Currently on the INEC portal to check the results for Lagos State, precisely my polling unit, which is in Lekki phase 1, and it's identified by the number 012. So I checked it previously and I saw that they uploaded an entirely different result from Nasarawa State. And at the end of this video, or at some point in this video, I am going to show you the actual results recorded at my polling unit. Okay, you know what, before we even get there, let me show you. So you can see this is the signed INEC record that shows that Labour Party got 683 votes. I have a video recording that shows this when it was being counted. You can see PDP got just 38 and APC got just 122, right? And you can see the polling unit here. You can see everything. This is First Bank Admiralty Way. It's identified by the number 012. Okay, so let's go back to INEC portal. So you can see 012 here, right? So I'm just going to click on view results, and what you're about to see is going to shock you to your bones, right? So view results, and all of a sudden what you see is the result for Lafia in Nasarawa is what was uploaded here. And when you scroll down, you would see that they've only awarded Labour Party just 2 votes, right? And this is supposed to be for polling unit 012 in Lekki phase 1. I already showed you guys the signed INEC record. So I'm trying to understand, how were they able to I mean, we obviously know that the election in Lagos State was rigged. Peter Obi should have won, you know, with like a massive margin, and you can already see some of the rigging. I don't even know how to the precise word to describe this. I'm just going to quickly show you the video of the recording, like when the votes were counted. Just hold on. 683 votes were recorded for Labour Party in my polling unit here in Lekki phase 1.